Hungary is a close ally in many respects, but there's no doubt that since taking office in 2010, the Hungarian Prime Minister, Mr. Viktor Orban, has centralized power, has faced scrutiny due to actions that critics charge are inconsistent with democratic principles and practices. His government has reduced the independence of Hungary's court, pushed through controversial changes to the Constitution, and placed acute restrictions on non-governmental organizations. In other words, this is a very important country. This is a very important country where bad things are going on. But here we are with the relationship of with a country where, according to Bloomberg News, quote, Orban says he seeks to end liberal democracy in Hungary. Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban said he wants to abandon liberal democracy in favor of an illiberal state, citing Russia and Turkey as example. The Hungarian Prime Minister is distancing himself from the values shared by most European Union nations. Orban said civil society organizers receiving funding from abroad needed to be, quote, monitored, as he considered those to be agents of foreign powers. We're talking about the International Republican Institute, the National Democratic Institute, Freedom House, and others. He calls them, we're not dealing with civil society members, but paid political activists who are trying to help foreign interests here. Amazing. Orban, who has fueled employment with public works projects, said that he wants to replace welfare societies with a workfare state. But the main problem is that Mr. Orban is cozying up to Vladimir Putin. He is now entered in a nuclear deal, and he is practicing the same kind of anti-democratic practices as what seems to be his role model, Vladimir Putin. I am not against political appointees. I understand how the game is played. But here we are, a nation that's on the verge of ceding its sovereignty to a neo-fascist dictator, getting in bed with Vladimir Putin, and we're going to send the producer of The Bold and the Beautiful as our ambassador.
Orban came to Moscow's defense recently by opposing EU sanctions on Russia over the Ukraine crisis. Hungary's justice minister in Brussels was quick to dismiss the senator's insinuations. I don't know the senator, but I remember a Hungarian proverb. A man who comes from far away can say anything he wants to. The French say it's easy to lie when it's impossible to verify what you say. I obviously respect everyone's opinion, but I have to add that it is such an exaggeration that we must reject it. The US State Department distanced itself from McCain's remarks, but it comes just weeks after another diplomatic row over visa bans for several Hungarian officials.